Hi, this is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and up next I've got another unboxing of 4 key books I recently picked up. All right, let's get started. Okay, so before we get into this box, please remember to hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this, and hit the like button if you enjoy this video or like to see kind of some more unboxings like this. So this should be 4 books, all from one seller, and I'm guessing everybody else is experiencing very similar issues that I am from what I've seen online, and that's just huge delays with USPS right now with shipping, which is completely understandable given how so many people are staying home now. So there's a lot more gifts and everything being shipped around, and so I've just this one actually showed up relatively quickly, but I've had some that I've been waiting for. I think it's running on 2 weeks now, and these are priority shipments, which usually come in about 2 days. So it's been pretty rough with the shipping lately. So because there were 4 books, let's see. So he said he shipped them, and he just put them in 2 separate priority boxes inside of this other box. So let's see, get each of these out. So these are packaged really well. I've bought a couple books from this seller before. One of the prior ones was the raw copy of Submariner #1. There was another one too, and I can't remember offhand though. But so I'll start with this one. I know what the 4 books are that I purchased, but I don't know which ones are in each box. It was a mix of, I think it was mostly Silver Age key issues, but we'll see as we get into them. I think that there were some Bronze Age books in here as well. Okay, so he included a few free books with it, so that's awesome. So we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 352. And it looks like a really nice copy. So that's an awesome book to get. And then Lethal Foes of Spider-Man #1. So these are definitely throwbacks to when I first started collecting. I know I at least have 1 copy of this one in a long box. I might have more because I was notorious for for purchasing multiple copies of these issues, especially Spider-Man, because I really liked Spider-Man when I was a kid, and I also continue to like Spider-Man today. So this is the first book, which is Strange Tales number 115, and speaking of Spider-Man, he's right here on the cover. This is actually the second appearance of Sandman. So first appearance is Amazing Spider-Man number 4. I think this is a better cover. I'm not a big fan of the cover for Amazing Spider-Man number 4, but this is a cool cover. You've also got Human Torch on it. It's a 5.5. It's a book from 1963, so it's a nice presenting grade. The colors look real nice. There's no real big creases. There's a crease here, but it's not very dark. So it's a great presenting copy. I've had a copy of this before, I think actually in the same grade that I've sold previously, but it's a cool book. Always happy to get early appearances of Spider-Man, as well as early appearances of, this is 1963, this is the first year Spider-Man was out, and then early appearances of his kind of big villains. So that's the first book, which means there should be 3 books in this one. At least one of them is a Spider-Man book, one that is very relevant right now given the kind of the movie environment. So the first one here is Amazing Spider-Man number 101. So this is in a 5.5 as well. This is a Bronze Age book, though. This is 1971, first appearance of Morbius. So it's going to at least be a relevant character for one movie, and I don't know. I would bet they're not killing him off in that movie. I think he's going to continue to be relevant in future Spider-Man movies, but we'll see. But yeah, no, it's a cool cover for a first appearance. You've got him right on the front. I like how he's I think it's funny. He's kind of backhanding Spider-Man, even though he's got 6 arms and he still can't seem to block it. But yeah, no, cool book. Good Spider-Man villain from the 70s, and just always happy to get these Spider-Man keys like this. So there's that one. And the next book is, if you have watched one of my grading videos, I have graded a copy, or I've gone through a copy of this. So this is, let's get it out of the bag here. So this is Special Marvel Edition number 15, which is the first appearance of Shang-Chi, who has a movie coming out this coming year, so 2021. But like I mentioned in my grading video, a book that's notoriously difficult to get in high grade because it's a it's a real dark cover, a lot of black on this cover. This one, it looks really nice. The other thing that really helps with the grade, sometimes with the grade on these, is if you get a miswrap like this. So when I say a miswrap, what I mean is that you have some of the back cover displaying on the front, so this white, and that white will hide a lot of spine ticks. Whereas if the black is right on that edge, any type of spine tick that's there is going to show up and be real clear. So, but yeah, again, another kind of big book to watch if you can, pick up copies of this now before any trailers drop for that movie. I would highly recommend it, because if we've learned anything from news with things like The Mandalorian, that kind of stuff, the instant you start getting trailers or any additional news, the interest in these books just goes crazy, and they start getting really expensive. So with that book, I brought up a couple others that so I have 2 other copies of this. This one that I think is a higher grade. I think this one's probably a 7.5 to an 8. And then this one that I did in a recent unboxing that is a much lower grade copy, something like a 2.5, maybe a 3. It looks nice, but there's a big stain on the front cover, so that's going to definitely have a big impact with this one. But, just like I said, a great book that I recommend picking up right now if you can, because I think it's going to get way more expensive over the course of the next year. So that's the 3rd book. Now, the 4th book is also very relevant to recent MCU news, specifically with Disney Plus, and that is, let's see. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to look at that too. Hold on. Pull off that. So that is Avengers number 57, and so this is the first appearance of the Silver Age Vision, so basically the Vision that I'd say most of us are really familiar with, the one from the Avengers movies, Age of Ultron, all of that. I've mentioned this cover before when I was talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles books that I opened up, because those first 4 issues are these kind of monochrome type covers where they're all the same color, and this one is similar, with the red. And I really like these covers. There's also one to check out is, I think it's Tales to Astonish 98, which is a Submariner cover that's all blue, and it looks awesome. So, I mean, that's another really cool one. But this is it's a big book. It's, again, very tough to get in high grade because of all the black that's on the edge. And so a 7.5 is a great grade for this book. This one I also have a raw copy of that is it's a really nice copy. I think it's comparable to this one. In reality, I'd say the spine is cleaner. And just looking at these right now, the spine is cleaner. There's less creasing on the top edge. I mean, it was sold to me as an 8, but after getting it in hand, there's a little bit of staining on the back cover that wasn't apparent. I kept it anyway. I mean, it's a cool book and it still looks nice, but that staining can really kill your grade if it's too big or it's too dark. So I don't know if it would hit a 7.5 because of that staining. I think it's probably somewhere between a 7 and a 7.5, but still really cool, presenting book. But yeah, just another great key right now in the Marvel universe, especially with the WandaVision show coming out and kind of that focus that's going to be on Vision, because that WandaVision show I think looks crazy. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. That one and Loki, I'm definitely excited about those two books or those two shows. Now, one thing that came with this is just interesting. I wasn't told about this one, but this is actually from a. It's not. I would say it's not technically a pedigree like you would see with CGC. It's not marked on the case as a pedigree, but it is from someone's collection that was recognized by Torpedo. I've had, I think, another book that's had this card with it before as well. It was for an old Sheena book where it was like I can't remember which one it was. It was like Jumbo Comics 33 or 36, something like that. It's the first appearance of Mars, so it's a huge key. It's a real rare book, but it was one that I had that had a very similar card to this. So that's just cool. That's it's a nice little extra that goes with the book that I wasn't aware of. So quick recap: we got Avengers 57, first appearance of Vision, Special Marvel Edition number 15, the first appearance of Shang-Chi, Amazing Spider-Man number 101, which is the first appearance of Morbius. And then the last one is Strange Tales number 115, which is the second appearance of Sandman and a very early appearance of Spider-Man. So 4 great books. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button. If you'd like to see more like this, hit the subscribe button. And as I get more books in, I will film some more videos. Thanks again.